Hello everyone! I guess you can see that I have a new haircut. I decided that I wanted to go with an A-line lob, but when I got to the hair salon, I ended up with an A-line bob. So for all of you who were a fan of the short hair, I guess I'm stuck with it for another month or two, but in the meantime, I'm waiting for it to grow out. It is a little strange, but today, moreover, the point is that I'm going to show you everything I bought as gifts for my friends and family. I know this is a little different from the gift guides that I normally do, because at the end of the day, most of the time, people in my life don't ask for gifts, but as we get older, my girlfriends and my friends and family, even the guys, they do ask for skincare, so I thought it would be a fun way to show you what I think is worth gifting this season. Also, last commentary about the hair, in case anyone is interested in getting an A-line bob, I highly recommend it. It's just a little uncomfortable when I sleep because I didn't expect the layers back here to be so short. Styling it has been a little difficult, so I decided to go with the Korean C-perm in a week or two, just because it's driving me crazy at night because it's so itchy. But without further ado, let's get started with the stocking stuffers. I found one at Nordstrom and one at Sephora, so I'll get started with the more affordable one. This was $10 and it's by the brand Ciate. This is the Kiss Collective Liquid Velvet Collection with 3 shades, a new one called Starlit, which I believe is probably the middle one. And I bought this for my friend Shirley because I received some press samples of these liquid lipsticks a long time ago, and I gave them all to her because she wanted to experiment with liquid lipstick before splurging on something a lot more expensive. But turns out she absolutely loves this formula. My friend snacks really frequently, so she does reapply her lip color, even though she says it lasts all day. She likes to make it look really opaque and smooth because after eating, you know, you sometimes get crumbs. I'm fairly certain that she wouldn't mind that I took them out to show them to you. So she wears the red the most frequently, but these are really nice natural colors that she can wear to work. Now we have this beautiful little Jo Malone ornament, which you can actually use on a tree. I think it's a little bit more appropriate as an ornament as opposed to the Ciate, because that you can actually see the products inside. This you can't, so I'm gonna open it for you, but I just wanted to show you how adorable it is. And moreover, the products inside are actually useful, which to me at the end of the day is the most important thing when you're giving a gift. I am all about practicality. Here we have the grapefruit body cream and the peony and blush suede cologne, which I actually quite like because I felt like the cologne collection this year had a lot of scents that I would never personally wear and none of my friends would wear. So I decided I would probably go this route, and now that I've seen the products, I think I would highly recommend purchasing these. I also really like the Molten Brown baubles, but not everybody likes expensive body wash, whereas I feel the cologne is quite useful, especially if you want to throw this in your purse. So I'm probably going to go back and buy a bunch more of these. Since we're on the topic of fragrances, I figured I would share with you one that you don't even have to gift wrap because it's so beautiful on its own. This is the collection of fragrances from Diptyque for this holiday collection, and I absolutely love it. I think it's a great deal. It's $115, and you can actually split this up and put them into little goodie bags for those who you deem more appropriate. There are 3 woody scents and 2 floral scents. Even though I don't wear Diptyque daily anymore, I actually do keep the roller ball, the rose roller ball, in my car every time I need a scent refresher, especially after the gym. But it's nice to have a spray version instead, because as much as I like the rollerball, it's more convenient to have a spray. I don't think that the cardboard packaging is reusable, but it does look really impressive and really nice if you do gift the entire set to somebody. Now for another set that you can actually give away as a whole or split up, which is what I plan to do, because recently I discovered that I actually really like the Rose Hydrating Eye Gel Cream. I think for the price, it's probably one of the best eye creams, despite the fact that it's in jar packaging and not pump packaging, which is generally what I prefer. However, I do think that this is a really good value. It's $68, but technically it's worth $95 considering that you do get 4 different products. Comes with a rose toner, and generally speaking, I like more clarifying toners, but my skin has been more dry, so a hydrating toner is not such a bad thing. And at 2 ounces, it's a perfect companion for a travel bag. I know that a lot of you guys fly during the holidays, whether it's to see family or go on vacation. So I think this makes a really good set, especially if you're a jet setter. So the Rose face mask is something that I have been using, and it's more of a daily hydrator. I wouldn't say it's one of the best hydrating masks I've ever tried by far. However, if you're just looking for something for daily maintenance, just to pamper your skin a little bit, I do think it's worth a shot, although whether it's worth the investment is something that you'll have to discover for yourself. And last but not least in this set is the Sugar Lip Balm, and this is the only one that I personally can wear because it's the only one that doesn't irritate my lips. I don't necessarily think that the Rose Eye Gel Cream is an incredible product, but I think it is a really good product for the price. And so because this set is not too much more than what the actual eye cream costs, I think it's one of those holiday deals that you should not miss out on. Now for something that I purchased for my friend Dana. My friend Dana is a resident in Portland, and so she said her skin is like a weird combination of dry and oily. So I wanted to get her something that is good for combination skin, especially since she needs rebalancing. And when I saw this set, I thought immediately of her. It's $79, but it's actually a value of $115, so it's a savings of $36, and you get a cleanser, a moisturizer, a toner, and a sleeping mask. So I think for her, what's most important is the sleeping mask, because it's just one of those things that you just wash your face, slap on generously, and go to sleep. And it's perfect for lazy girls. And I have to admit, this year I have been a little lax with my skincare, especially now that I'm not breaking out so much anymore. So I love sleeping masks. I just think they make your life so much simpler and so much easier. You guys know I've been using Lancome ever since I was little. It was one of the first cosmetic brands I was ever introduced to. Shiseido and Lancome were the first skincare brands. Bobbi Brown was the first makeup I ever used as a teenager. So I am a huge fan of Lancome, and I think they've been doing a great job of reinventing their skincare. The most interesting product in this gift set though is this liquid moisturizer. So I think if you have dry skin, you can use this as a serum, and if you have combination or oily skin, you can use this as a liquid moisturizer. So it is basically a booster of some kind. It's for smoothing and glow. I haven't tried it myself, so I can't say how well it works, but I'll definitely ask her and let you know. I do think as far as skincare goes, this is probably the best set for women in their 20s and early 30s, especially if they're just getting into skincare. It's all really easy to use stuff, so I think that it's a very practical gift. All right, let's break it up with a little bit of makeup. I have two sets from Chanel, both of which are really adorable. I love the way they did the packaging this year, just because it comes with a really cute case, and it's red, not black, trying to mix things up. The pouches have this really adorable snowflake accessory zipper, and I think that's just another nice touch. I actually bought this set for myself. I'm probably going to split it up as well and give the clear one to Tammy, just because this is a slightly plumping gloss. I've talked about this before. I bought my first tube in Asia. I'm still a huge fan of Chanel Glossimeres just because they are really lightweight and they just make my lips feel good and look good, and of course no peeling. As many of you know, I have sensitive lips, so that's just something about the gloss that I wanted to mention. This does plump my lips very gently, no uncomfortable sensation or irritation whatsoever, so I do think that this is a really good volumizing gloss. Just don't expect lip injection results. Then we have two here, 119 and 87. So 87 is very similar to my favorite Chanel Glossimer called Constellation, except it has a milkier peach nudie base, and I do think that's quite nice for me at the moment, just because I do prefer a nude lip. Today I am wearing MAC. I think that this would actually make a nice topper. Now this is something that I generally wouldn't wear. This is more of a rosy, my lips but better color, and this is actually something that my mom would probably like, so I'll give this to her because she actually prefers gloss to lipstick. My friend Sabrina of the Beauty Lookbook is also more of a gloss person. I'm all about creamy and matte lipsticks. I just find lip gloss a little inconvenient lately, just because my hair is just all over my face, you know, whether it's my bangs on my forehead or, you know, the ends of my hair and my lips. I just don't like how my hair is so involved in all my beauty products. So in case any of you guys are wondering why I don't really wear lip gloss anymore, now you have your answer. Now for those of you who have friends or family who love Chanel but don't like to wear lip gloss, I highly recommend the Look Sharp eye set, and it comes in the same cute red pouch or reddish pink pouch with the snowflake charm. This one is an interesting set because there's a trio for eyes that I actually find is probably one of the most universally flattering and useful sets that Chanel has done in a while. Now, the reason why I don't always like gift sets is because they always put in products that are not really good sellers and they're just trying to get rid of it, so they stick it in a gift set. But these are actually 3 really worthwhile and useful products, stuff that you can use every day. So this is a classic quad. This is the Tissé Essential, and it truly is an essential. These are baked shadows, and it comes with a highlighter, a mid-tone shade, a smokier shade. It's just an everyday eyeshadow palette that you could wear to work. And you can always smoke it up and add a little bit more along the lash line, as I've done today. Not everybody uses all that many eyeshadow colors. A lot of times 4 is more than plenty. So then we have the Pomme de Pin long-lasting eyeliner pencil, and this one is nice because it's more of a charcoal cool dark brown as opposed to a traditional black, which I do think is actually nicer for everyday. So you can put this on, smudge it along the lash line, and apply a little bit of that darkest color in this eyeshadow palette, and that way you get more of a work appropriate look as opposed to something that's really black and really dark. Today I'm not actually wearing any black eyeshadow at all. You can easily achieve depth and density without having to resort to using something that's really chalky and really dark like a true black. Last but not least for this set is the Volume de Chanel mascara. I actually really like this one. I do think that if you have naturally curled lashes, it's a really nice one to use. However, I like extreme curl whether I am wearing false lashes or not. So this one isn't the perfect mascara for me, but I do really like it. So overall, I do think that Chanel did a great job curating this set. It's useful, it's wearable, and it's practical. Plus you can use this as a makeup bag. My best friends all carry giant tote bags to work, so it would be nice to have something cute like this. Just because I like a little structure, I don't necessarily like all the zippy pouches, just because it's kind of boring. Now I'm going to share with you a little something that I bought from my friend Rachel. So she has kind of been neglecting her skin recently, and yes, I'm Ray, I have a friend named Rachel. But this is something from Kiehl's that I wanted her to try because she hasn't really explored Kiehl's before. I'm a huge fan of Kiehl's. I use the Ultra Facial Cream on my body as well as the Kiehl's Creme de Corps. It's one of my favorites from this year. I finally decided to try the cult classic, so to speak, and of course I fell in love with it. But I do think that Kiehl's has amazing products, and especially if you're married like my friend Rachel, it's a good excuse to leave products on the counter and get your husband to try them. So here is an Ultra Facial Toner. I'm a huge fan of the Ultra line because it's very basic, it's gentle, it's easy to use, and the packaging isn't intimidating. So it's just a nice basic toner. Then we have the Ultra Facial Cleanser. My friend has very sensitive skin. You can tell just from looking at her face that she has thin skin. So I wanted to get her a cleanser that's fairly gentle that can still take off her tinted moisturizer. She doesn't wear much makeup, so she doesn't really need like a waterproof makeup removing type of cleanser. Then we have the Ultra Facial Cream. So I am spoiled and I use this on my body sometimes when I'm lazy and I don't want to take the time to rub in the creme de corps. However, I love this because it really makes your skin super smooth. It makes a good base for makeup. So I like this one and I really wanted her to try it. This kit also comes with the Hydro Plumping Retexturizing Serum Concentrate, and she's only just starting to get into anti-aging products. She mostly has good skin already, so I don't think she really needs this at all, but it's kind of nice to have samples to try, especially when you're on the go and you just want to throw something into your gym or travel bag. Last but not least, she is a mask junkie, so this is the Turmeric and Cranberry Seed Energizing Radiance Mask. I think this is going to be a good one for her because the one skin concern she does have, just other than hydration, is brightening. So one thing to keep in mind is that during the holidays there are tons of good sets that may be good values and come with a bunch of interesting products, but I do think it's very important to be mindful that the person you're giving this set to is going to use all the products in the set. If there's more than 1 or 2 things that I feel like maybe one of my friends or family members wouldn't use in a set, I walk away from it despite it being a good value, because at the end of the day it's gonna go to waste. I don't think that this set was particularly huge in terms of savings, but it comes with a really cute case and something that I think that she could use and reuse. So ultimately, I do highly recommend this one. This is actually something that I bought for myself, I'm not going to lie, but depending on how much I like this nurturing body washing cream, I may purchase it for others just because I'm obsessed with using body lotion nowadays. As I age, now I'm close to 28, I find that I have to wear lotion. Literally, my skin cannot handle it if I hop out of the shower and just put my clothes on, which I used to do until I was 26. My hands, my feet, my knees, everything is ashy and tight. So I have to just hydrate all over. I love this little tin that it comes in because you can actually pop the products into this and just give it to someone as a gift. Or you can put food in here, you can put receipts or whatever else you need to store. But speaking from experience, you can buy a smaller bottle to try, just to see if you like it at first. But I honestly think that it's much more practical to buy the larger pump bottle, simply because it's a pain to try to squeeze this out of the tube. I much prefer the pump packaging. Plus, you get a little bit of savings by buying the biggest bottle. This is just shy of 17 ounces and it lasts me about 3 months. The washing cream is essentially a body wash for those that were curious, but I'm hoping that this will help alleviate my skin's dryness to the point where I won't have to use so much lotion. I'm not hoping that this washing cream will eliminate the need to use lotion, but I'm hoping that if I'm ever in a really big rush and I don't have time to put body lotion on, this will help prevent me from like itching my skin. Okay, now for some more makeup. This is a Kevyn Aucoin set from Space NK and it's called Making Eyes. I really like this one just because it's well edited. I feel like it comes with really useful products that are high quality, comes with a little look and directions pamphlet. But what I like is that it first of all comes with an eyelash curler. I find that I have to go around and replace all my friends and family's eyelash curlers because women don't throw these out. You're supposed to replace them every year, but it seems that none of my friends are willing to throw them out. This Kevyn Aucoin kit comes with an eyeshadow palette with 5 really useful eyeshadow colors. I like this one to smoke out my eyeliner. This one you don't have to use. You can actually use it as an eyeliner. Just use an angled brush instead of an eyeshadow brush if you want to keep it just really close to the lashes. But I like this purple because it works as a neutral. You can use this as a transitional color in the crease, and you have all of these neutral shades to use on your lids and in the inner corners as well. You do save quite a bit when you purchase this kit, although I would probably throw out the cardboard packaging just because it is a little bulky. Now the kit includes Kevyn Aucoin's The Expert Mascara. I haven't used this formula before, but I do really like the brush. I find that this kind of brush is good even for those with really small almond-shaped eyes like mine. Now we have the Kevyn Aucoin Precision Eyebrow Pencil. This is a much better version of Anastasia's Brow Wiz. I don't use Anastasia's products anymore just because I don't find them to be very high quality, but I love Kevyn Aucoin's. It is a really, really fine pencil. It's not creamy like the Troy Surratt that I use. This one has much more dry formula. This has a really slim, minimalistic packaging, and the brunette color is a little bit more ashy than the traditional brunette shade, so I highly recommend this one. I quite like it. Last but not least, to round out the set, we have the eyeliner pencil in black. It's a really rich, smooth black. It has kind of a powdery feel. This is not a waterproof formula by any means, so it is smudgy, just so you're warned. I personally use this particular formula as a base for shadows, just because I don't think it would work for me at all as a regular liner. My eyes are so prone to smudging. This kit is an exclusive to Space NK, so definitely check them out. I do think that Space NK definitely has a lot of worthwhile gifts. Their price points are just a little bit higher than what's normally offered at Nordstrom or Sephora, so just keep that in mind. Now for this Sephora exclusive from Nars, this is the Sarah Moon Give and Take Dual Intensity Eye and Cheek Palette. This actually has less than stellar reviews on Sephora.com, unfortunately. However, I did not read those reviews prior to the purchase because I actually like the palette no matter what people say. Not only is the packaging really interesting, I do think that if you haven't tried the dual intensity formula before, it's a great palette. First of all, it's not too pigmented. I know a lot of people are into really richly pigmented product. 100% opacity is not appropriate for daily wear, especially if you work in a conservative setting. It's actually the perfect amount of color for me personally because I'm all about lips and lashes. So everything else on my face I like to keep fairly subtle. I'll probably use this highlighter more on the eyes than as opposed to my cheeks because these days I don't wear any highlighter. I just let the natural, foundation and oils in my skin kind of just create a dewiness as opposed to using an actual highlighting product. Now this is supposed to be a bronzer, but a lot of people said that it's too orange to use as bronzer. I completely agree. I think that this makes a great natural blush for those with light to medium skin tone, even fair skin tone. So don't think of it as a bronzer, just think of it as a blush. If I were to keep the palette for myself, I would probably end up using these two eyeshadow colors the most, just to create an everyday eye. Depending on the intensity of my look, I would probably use this for when I want more of a look that I'm wearing on my eyes today. My general perspective is that if you are a Nars junkie, then this product is probably a pass, but for the most part, if you haven't dabbled too much in Nars, and if you don't own more than a couple of the dual intensity products, then this palette is worth the money.